G'day guys, Jose here. I'd like to talk about something that, well, it's actually popped up randomly actually, and I really, had a big think about it, which was basically, as I'm just in my back of my chair here, has been the concept of, well, entertaining people as per se, and playing entertaining games. So I caught this tweet, oh sorry, from my car, I caught this tweet, when, she mentioned that she she felt bad by not playing entertaining game. She's playing Minecraft instead. And I really want to explore this outside of it because it's actually got two different lines of thoughts to it. Of where people thinking that, hey, as long as you're having fun, it's all good. And to the second point of view is that the streamer themselves are trying to make a business and they need to make sure that content has a lot of epic moments so people come to their channel and people potentially spend money as well on them as well, because it brings in two lines of thought. There's basically the people who treat gaming like a game and people who treat gaming like a business. Like, for example, like, as an entertainer, of course. Now, some people are going to be like, why would you treat your, gaming as a business? Wouldn't that put extra stress? Wouldn't it make it not fun and stuff like that? No, we're not talking about that sort of way. We're talking about being an entertainer where those sorts of having fun as a gamer and have been being an entertainer, those lines intertwine. And there's a difference between, being a gamer and not being entertaining, just trying to complete the game and stuff like that as well. They're not mutually exclusive. Now, the reason why I want to talk about it as well, because a lot of people in the thread got the wrong thoughts, and it got me thinking as well, myself, because I also went down that line of communication as well, that, well, as long as you're having fun, it's fine. But there's another aspect to it. Basically, like, as an entertainer, you need to make sure that the game that you're playing isn't a boring, grinding MMO game, okay? And it's going to be thinking about two different point of views to approach this problem. Well, more, there's going to be more. There's many ways to skin a cat. One of them is definitely, like, number one, is definitely making sure that you're the key component of the game that you are playing. And I can understand people, don't want to be called a personality or stuff like that. Sometimes you want the game to do the talking instead. But at the end of the day, you're an entertainer, and might be the aspect should be focused on you as a kind of thing. And also, yeah, make sure the game has at least some excitement in it and isn't just poor, boring, grindy MMO stuff, because otherwise you're going to have to be very entertaining to make that even seem fun. Okay, like very, very entertaining. And I can understand that when you're playing Minecraft, for example. Minecraft is a game that can be very grindy, especially if you're trying to create buildings, not in creative, by the way. This is SMP. And it might be quite difficult to do that because you're going to go mining, have adventure, stuff like that. And Minecraft is generally can be very, very boring and tedious to watch when a person's just gathering materials like an SMP. And, sometimes it's better off for a YouTube video where you can get the materials offline and then you show yourself slowly building up the building and stuff like that. And that's where, the logic comes in saying, hey, I don't think this is very exciting. I feel guilty about it. Maybe I should have done this to a YouTube vid, and maybe I should put like something like, Among Us or even Jackbox or another game with, other streams being collab, like Fall Guys, for example, as I played in the Fall Guys tournament with Falcone. Now, those things, like, you got to take into consideration as well. Like, streamers, that's the business aspect of it, is that they have to make their game fun and have a lot of epic moments. So people may even gift subs, give 5 subs here or there, sub to them, donate to them, put challenges as well in the donations. Streamer can make it into like incentive goal for themselves, and, have additional opportunities to entertain as well. That's another thing. That's another course of action you got to look at as just a viewer, basically, because a lot of these streamers who are full-time depend on this income, because if they don't get this income, they are basically unemployed and have to go look for a new job, basically, to supplement their income. And that means less streaming time, and basically it can snowball as well. However, sometimes, less streaming time could actually be more in the end, but we'll leave that topic for another day. But that's why, like, streamers have that feeling about it, where they should be playing something more entertaining to really explore that for, is because they need to have the money coming in, because their income is variable. Their income's like this, it's not fixed or anything like that, unless you have, a sponsor or something like that. Even that's not even fixed either. Sometimes it's going to be like variable depending on how much is pushed through and stuff like that, because there are sponsorships and there are affiliate deals. And like I say, most streamers who are not, I'll say over 1K average, they don't have like many sponsorships. They probably have a lot of affiliate stuff, and it will depend on what they do and how much they do as well. And a lot of the streamers who are below 1K as well tend to have like, deals and one-time sponsorships and stuff like that. For example, Raid Shadow Legends is one as well, where their income's going to be very, very rare, variable, because I can, tell you in good confidence that Raid Shadow Legends does pay very, very good. And those are the things you gotta just really, really consider for the streamer as well from their perspective. Now, from the viewer perspective, I think most people have that viewer perspective in the back pocket already, which is basically just play something you have fun in, and you having fun in the game will result in more people having a fun experience and attracting those sort of people, and therefore, you know, you may get money from it. Now, this kind of perspective is a bit naive in a way. It's not bad. Like, it's not bad. Like, trust me, like some streamers have built their stream over it, but it's a bit naive because the just because you're playing, you know, a game that you're having fun in doesn't mean it's fun for the viewer, and doesn't mean the viewer can interact with said streamer and hopefully result in some sort of sales pitch being put over as well. Like, you know, the streamer's got to put a sales pitch over and got to entice you to give them your $5.99 or whatever the something is. And that's what it shows. Like, even if you can have fun, you might get too engrossed in the game that you completely forget that you're streaming at the same time. And Minecraft is one of those games where you can get lost in it very, very easily when you're focusing on building and focusing on what you want to do and focus what you want to create as well. Hence why I said, you know, it could be better for YouTube comment, and you can use games like Among Us, Jackbox, and horror games and stuff like that for your games that you stream, because those, you know, those games, like, everyone wants to see a reaction, everyone wants to see, you know, PewDiePie made his attire, a lot of his career on YouTube off, you know, being like overly scared to horror games. Okay, and like everyone's wondering how he reacts and stuff like that. And those are the sort of things that, you know, you got to go through as a streamer, and as a viewer, you don't really have to go through because you've never been in that position in the first place, where your own personal exertion is going to be your payment. So whatever you are worth to someone is essentially your payment, and your income from day to day is not consistent. You're not on a safe salary or anything like that as well. So you got to consider that as well. And I think that's pretty much like the discussion on 2 points of views that you can really go down as a streamer, like to stream interesting games or not. Now, I'm not saying that any of them's absolute or anything like that. Both styles work, but you just got to consider both styles in the first place. Like, you know, do I stream interesting games in the first place, you know, with like friends and stuff like that, you know, collab with other streamers, you know, do that, only stream that sort of content? Or do I stream something that I have fun in, may get too engrossed and too focused in, and, you know, may lose a viewership that way? It really, really depends, and it's really, really difficult. And it's hard to, like, your advice, your, like, you know, encouragement may be misplaced, because they're thinking in a different line of thinking to you in the first place, and just really just work to understand their point of view, you know, in it all. Because I feel like that's what you got to try to understand as a viewer, is that the streamer has to, like, you know, play a sort of interesting game, sort of engaging game to get you guys involved, and, you know, provide some worth and value to it at the same time, because, you know, everyone's time is valuable, and they just don't want to waste people's time, and they just want to make sure that you have a great experience. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, you can subscribe below, and also as well, if you know, as you guys know, New Artesian down here, there should be a code down there as well. You can use the code Jose Gaming, replace the E for free, and you get up to $200 off on your computer. There'll be a link below. And yeah, just a bit of a celebration with my new partner, our new affiliate as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And, you know, as I mentioned, affiliate, you know, exactly what I'm talking about, you know, with some of the streamers and their incomes. But hopefully it brought you new insight to that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.